Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. It is August 5th, 2022. I've got some cord issues. Sorry, I was a little late coming into the chat. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes and kind of lost track of time. Hello. Good afternoon in Germany from Paper, Pencil, and Bird. Awesome. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Karen. Hello. Oh, thank you, Colleen. She says, morning from Austin. Love, Nichol. Fries. I love that. Hello, Joyous in Christ. So good to see everyone. Let me see. I feel like I'm going to scroll back a little bit since I was so late getting here to read what's going on. Yes, has everyone seen Waffle Flower's newest release? That's kind of what we're doing today. I was so excited when Nina reached out to me a while back and showed me. So I've always loved reading, and I've always been kind of a book nerd. So I was super pumped when she showed those to me, and so excited to be able to create some cards with that. I have an edited video with some other cards that went up this morning about an hour ago, so that will be there if you guys want to watch that. Real quick, I want to say, Crafty Replay crew, love you guys. Thank you so much for everyone who watches the video on replay. I know a lot of you can't watch it live, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see. So much this week. There was the new Hero Arts, My Monthly Hero, on Monday. So lots of good stuff there. And then yesterday, Alt New had a new release, and I did 15 cards with that release. I loved all of the florals and things from that. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Let me see. Steph says Hero Arts did books in the past that I have used to death. Yes. So this totally gave me that kind of vibe. It was one of my very favorite releases from Hero Arts was the book stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, yay! So excited. Let's see. Paper, Pencil, and Bird says the light I recommended for cross stitching came today, and she's so excited. I'm so excited for you. It was funny. I stayed up a little late cross stitching last night. And I mean, like 6 stitches. Yes, I had 6 stitches left in this section I was doing, but my light went out and I was like, this is my sign. It's time to go to bed. So I put it back on my charger and we'll finish it today. Let's see. Okay. Jenny, I don't really have a favorite book, I don't think. And I don't read anything super that's like got a lot of substance to it, I'll be honest. It's usually just like complete fiction. There are some things I don't read that aren't fiction, but I usually am looking for a distraction. So, oh my gosh, Carol checking in from a Caribbean cruise. I wish I was with you. Karen, don't you wish you were with her too? Karen and I were talking after my Stitch With Me video Monday that we want to go on a cruise. Yes, Joyce and Christ loves book stamps and dies. Me too. Okay. Oh, another Halo Go arrived for Rochelle. That's exciting. I love it. I am going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. I think I forgot to put links like to any of the other videos that have come out this week. I'll probably do that later. I did just drop in all of the supplies I'm using today. I hope I remember or got all of them. If I'm missing anything, you guys let me know. So that will all be in the description. And I think we'll get started. I did all of the die cutting ahead of time, so it probably won't take that long to put together, but yes, Karen's saying, yes, we need to book a crafty cruise, and I'm not kidding. Let's go. I want to go somewhere so bad. Let's see. Jesse, that is fine. You can watch the rest on replay later. Back on location after years of being at home is hard. I am sure. Although I was joking with my friends Lori earlier this week that I had been prepping for these last few years, my whole life. Working from home, it's kind of funny that way. We were just joking because I'm not good at Zoom. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, let's see. If you have any questions, that's what my note to myself. If you have questions, if you would put question in all caps, hopefully that will help me catch it a little easier. Sometimes the chat gets going and I miss some things. And if I completely miss your question, please ask again. If you can stay here till the end of the video, ask it then, because I usually give a few minutes trying to catch anything I might have missed, or drop it in the comments. I do read them all. I don't always get to them every single day, but I do allot myself a certain amount of time every day to kind of try to get questions and comments. Okay, let me see. I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of things in the release. The first thing in the waffle flower release, I'm not going to be using all of these today, but I wanted to show them to you. And this is not in the new release. Let me zoom out just a tiny bit for a second. Several years ago, and I can't even remember exactly how long ago it's been now, you guys might remember Waffle Flower came out with their media mat, is what this was called. And it's that same material. A lot of you might have the stencil mat. A lot of you might have this media mat. It's that great silicone, it rolls up easy, it cleans easy. And it had the wells for like the little cube inks in it. And I know that I've had this for over 3 years because I had this before I moved to this house. So this has been out a long, long time. I believe Nina said they're kind of phasing this out because they did come out with their stencil mats, which we have discussed many times how gross mine are because they're so stained. In fact, this one needs cleaned, but that's another story. So they have their stencil mats. This is the big one and then the small one, and mine are well loved and well used, as you can tell. And now they've come out with ink holders that are of that same material. And what I love about these is that it does not shift, not easily, when you place it on your work surface. And I think that's awesome. So you can put your ink pads in here, and when you're doing your ink blending, it's not going to shift. They also have like the mini one. It's kind of, again, replacing the one from the media mat, your distress or distress oxide. And then this one holds like a lot more of the mini size. And they come in these great little packages, but I'm going to use the regular ink holder today. Let me see, make sure my chat's going. Yes, so space saving. They're so super, look how skinny this is. I love it. And then I just wash it clean with a little warm water, a little soap if you need to. So this is the card we're going to create today. I'm going to zoom back in just a tiny bit. But I had so many ideas for the products. So here's the cards that are in my edited video that went up this morning. And you can see I'm using a lot of like the smaller books and the shelves. I even used the shelf with the bigger books for this one. But this, I had so many ideas for this that I thought, let's see what else we can do with it. And how about combine some dies from other companies? Because I am a huge fan of mixing and matching whenever possible. And so I'm going to use some Lawn Fawn products. Let's just grab the products we're using. Because I thought a little cup of tea with our stack of books would be really fun. So that's really the only addition I did with this. I think it fills the card space nicely. And I'm going to stack my books this way instead of like for the card in my other video where I just put them on the shelf and had them sitting up. From the stitched teacup, which is a pretty new release, this is from the last release from Lawn Fawn. We're going to use the teacup, the saucer, this layers back behind for the tea or coffee, whatever, the spoon and the little cube of sugar, and then there's a layering handle, which is really nice if you want to do a contrasting color, or in my case I did kind of a tone on tone. And then from the stitched teapot, I thought that the little tea bag would be so cute, kind of hanging down off of the side. And so we're going to use those pieces from this set. And then from the new Waffle Flower release, we have our classic books. And this is, I'm going to move this so we can just look at these. This is that die set. And you can see, you can layer it. Now there is a great product. I was going to use it and then I changed my mind. This stencil is available. So if you want to die cut these maybe from all white cardstock, and then instead of doing the layering, you could do ink blending and create some really fun designs with the stencil. I love that there's a lot of different options. Let me see. And then the final thing we're going to use is the Story Sentiments stamp set, also part of the new Waffle Flower release. And I'm going to make this birthday one for the books, mostly because it fits on the book. You could use, I think, Can't Wait to See Your Next Chapter. That would be cute too. That would fit. Once Upon a Time, Our Story is my favorite. Anything that has more than about 2 lines of text probably needs to be stamped somewhere else, which you can see that I did for these 2 cards. There's a couple of options. I mean, the greetings are so cute. Treat yourself. I can't ever say it. I had trouble with my video too. But I think it's hilarious and punny and fun. And then all I need is a cup of coffee, a good book, and you. I think that's cute too. But there's more than that. I love you more than my books. For my favorite word nerd. Isn't that cute? To my favorite non-fictional character. And this is the beginning of the story. I think that would be so cute for like a wedding card. Just really, really cute sentiments. I love this. Can you guys tell I really like this release? So much fun. Elsie Callahan says, the book nerd's heart is jumping for joy. I love that. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Yes, Jules says the new products are amazing. I agree. It is a great stamp set. I love it. Okay, I have so many little pieces. Let's see how many I've lost between die cutting everything for this and now. I tried to put it in a tray, but it's always, you never know. You never know if you've lost pieces until you get here. So what I'm going to do first is I've got a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panel of smooth white cardstock. This is 110 pound Nina Solar White. And just a reminder, if everyone can like the video, if you haven't subscribed already, I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe. I always forget to remind everyone. Usually when Kelly can come to the video, she reminds everybody, but I don't see her here yet, so I'm trying to do better about reminding myself. This is the Lawn Fawn bricked stencil, any kind of brick stencil. So I know My Favorite Things has brick stencils. Tim Holtz has a brick stencil. Heavy Doodle, probably everybody has a brick stencil. Any kind of brick stencil is my favorite. I love it for backgrounds. In fact, the ones I named are the ones I have brick stencils from. But I probably have more than that. I don't know why I feel like I need all the brick stencils, but I do. You never know. They're all different sizes and styles. Tim's would be really fun if you wanted a little bit more of a distressed. And imagine doing the books in more masculine colors. I think that would be cute to do more of like a guy card. So I am going to take the Simon Says Stamp flannel ink. In fact, I think I put the wrong color of ink in the description now that I think of it. And it's really light. And we're just going to kind of ink from the center out. I don't want to go all the way to the edges. Good morning, everybody just coming in. Yes, Monique has a good point. She said, every sentiment is great. Most of the time I like 2 or 3, but this one is great. I agree. I can see myself using every single sentiment, and I'm kind of like you. There's sometimes I'm like, yeah, I would never use that. But This one, I could use every single one of them. I think they're so, so cute. And they're a great size. Just really fun products. And we're just going to do kind of a very light background. And that looks good. I'm going to move that out of the way. Oh my goodness, that is such a fun idea. Jennifer says Tim's brick stencil with spooky Halloween books would be awesome with spider webs. I agree. I might even have to do that. I was thinking about doing a Halloween because this, well, I think it's better on this one. So when I was doing this card and I did the moon and the star accents, I thought, wouldn't this be cute if it was like an orange and black or even like a black and purple book, and you could do kind of Halloween type things. I don't know. And I'm sure there's greetings that would fit on the spines of the books that would be super fun. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. And let's go ahead and grab our black ink. Grit paste for dimension would be super cute as well. I went super flat with my bricks today. I love grit paste for bricks. So I already have my greeting from the stamp set loaded into my MISTI, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that, and then we'll start assembling our books. Spooky books and Halloween card. Yeah, I agree, Cynthia. Oh, several first timers. If you are a first timer, can you put a number 1 in the chat so I know that this is the first live that you've been to? I love that. I always like seeing how many new live viewers we've got. I'm going to stamp my greeting right on my little book with some black ink. I like to do that first in case I mess up, and then I could just die cut another one. Yes, Jennifer's idea is so good. I like the spooky idea. If you do that, Jennifer, you'll have to share so we can all see. Oh my gosh, so many first time. I love it. Welcome, everybody. I am going to go ahead. I like to kind of start at the bottom and work our way up is what my plan here is. So, not that one. Let's grab our little pieces. And an embellishment wand and also tweezers were super handy for this. Lots of newbies. I love it. Welcome. We are a very fun, helpful bunch. Everyone in the chat always is so great at helping answer questions, has all the good info. I should grab this set so maybe I can reference it while we're putting this together. But I knocked all of them off. That's great. So this first book that we're putting together is this die right here. And again, you can use with or without the layering. We all know that I like to be extra, so it's going to be lots of layering. Luna goes, already in my cart. That's funny. And I'm going to do a nice little layer here with red. And then I also did use this layering piece, but you don't have to. I didn't use it on my previous card. I got some stuff on here. All right, that was going to bother me. Yes, Allison, isn't it nice that they're attached so you can keep track? There's no way I would be able to keep track if they weren't attached to each other. So I really do like that. And in order not to waste cardstock, I will tell you that I would just kind of I would die cut like the base off the edge of the cardstock piece so I wasn't die cutting all of this from the same color. And that saved quite a bit of cardstock. So then Oh, good. Tammy says she's usually working, but she's on vacation this week, so she gets to be here. I love that. We love our Replay Crafty crew. I am going to pop up, so on my original cards, my cards from my edited video today, I did not pop anything up, and I do want to talk about that. I considered it, but I feel like these shelves are just too dainty. I did not want to try to figure out how to put foam adhesive back behind these things. This one maybe would have worked, but some of these are so tiny, so I glued all of them flat to the card. With these bigger books, this is a great opportunity, if you love foam adhesive like I love foam adhesive, to pop it up. Yes, this is the embellishment wand. Thank you for answering that. I do have it listed in the supplies. I love it. Yes, Messy Missy Create says we love extra here, and I'm glad you guys do. So starting at the bottom, I've already put one together. So when I did this originally, I die cut everything and laid it out, and I knew I was going to have enough room because I thought, do I want to add more books? No, I don't. This is going to be plenty, but this gives you a good idea. And then I start from the bottom and work my way up. And I'm going to adhere them as I put them together. Let me see. Yes, Monique, the big dies are all one set. The smaller ones come from multiple sets from the other cards, but these big ones are all one set. And the links to what I'm using today are in the description down below the video, and then my other video is on my channel, and there's links to those as well. So I really love, even though it's kind of the pits to, oh, of course, while I'm trying to do this live. Even though that's super delicate, this is really the only piece in here that's that bad. It's my favorite. I love this little thin frame, and the glue will dry clear, so we're good. Laura goes, the first word I hear here is extra. She goes, I belong here. Absolutely. We're all about doing extra. And there are my little, I don't feel like that's very straight. Tweezers and an embellishment wand. Best things when you're dealing with all of these teeny tiny little die cuts. So good for a teacher. Okay, so that's what the other thing I was thinking. How about, oh, why would that pop up right now? I do not want to update my software. Thank you. Wouldn't it be cute to replace like the little mug with an apple for like a teacher card or a back to school card? I think that would be so, so sweet. Lawn Fawn has some really good apple dies too. I was thinking about that when I was creating this. I thought, wouldn't that be fun? The list is endless, but I think that the size and scale of both sizes, so big or small, there are so many different cards you can create with these. Extra, extra, read all about it, Maureen says. I love it. Yes, bookmarks. There's new bookmark dies in the release. I think bookmarks would be awesome. Now, what I made sure to do when adhering my books is I didn't want them to be straight up in a line, so I tried to shift them so that they weren't exactly super even, because I thought that was a little more fun to look at. Oh, that's did not stay straight. Maybe we should try that again. There we go. And then we're going to do our purple book. Let's see, Messy Missy Create says, I got to help my teacher friend set up her classroom yesterday and had a blast. I bet you did. That sounds like a lot of fun. For this book, my purple book, I decided to do purple and silver. So we're going to do a little metallic cardstock here as well. I'm going to start with the darker purple. And you don't have, I did a lot of tone on tone, but you could definitely do like more of a multicolor look. There are little score lines. I'll show you on the next book. I'll hold it up a little closer so you can see, which I think is really awesome. I don't think those are the right pieces. I'm pretty sure it's these. There we go. Where do you suppose those other little guys went? Did I lose them? Or maybe this one was supposed to go up. I feel like it's skinnier. Where is that? See, this is what I'm talking about. These pieces are so small. I probably should have just adhered them. I think I did this wrong. Let's go ahead and move that. And we'll do this. Decorating the spines of the books, it was really fun for me. I love trying to see what would fit. I'd really like to see like what other greeting stamp sets I have that I could do something similar with. Let me see where my foam adhesive went. Let me see. Did I miss something? Somebody asked if I was live. Denise says can't pick up another hobby because unless she gives one up. That's funny. It sometimes feels like that, doesn't it? I like to do all the things too. Oh, good! Leanne says she's usually on replay, but she gets to be live today. I love it. So while we're assembling, everyone tell me what plans are for the weekend. Are you crafting? Are you traveling? Tell me all the things. Is anyone back to school yet? My son goes back this coming week. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Allison, you need the tiny books. Look how cute the tiny books are. I see you talking in the chat. You do need the tiny books. The tiny books are super fun. I was afraid to do the tiny books live because I knew that even though these aren't super small, they're still small. Okay, I said I would hold this next one up. Okay, see the score lines? When this die cuts, it die cuts the score lines, so it makes it really easy to line that up. This is the one we're doing. This is the purple book I just did. This is the bottom one. So it really helps you know where to put everything, which I appreciate, because otherwise I would just look at this and be like, I don't have any idea where that goes. Crafting, cross-stitching, road trip with girls and crafting. Oh my goodness, so fun! Allison, oh my gosh, so cute. Add to cart, isn't it true? That's what I do too, you guys. So this one, I wanted to show you. You can kind of look through and line it up with those little diamonds. You can use it with this piece or not. You could just use it. This one especially, so it's this one right here. And you could use like this with this, or you can do like I am, and I'm going to do kind of a combo. But there's a lot of different ways to kind of give you a little more creativity, I guess is what I want to say. Lori says, taking my girls to a K-pop concert and celebrating nephew's birthday. Oh, fun! Tammy's whole family rented a lake house, it looks like. Oh, that sounds great. Cassie, housework and yard work. Boo. But unfortunately, I'm in the same boat. I think that's what I have to do this weekend too. Not yard work. We did that the other day, but I do have some cleaning that needs to happen. Jennifer is traveling out of state. Oh, nice. I love seeing what everybody is doing. Leanne, I would really like to come take that vacation with your daughter. That sounds so nice. Or the caravan, I guess you called it. That sounds really fun. Yes, Neva says the same thing. She wants to go too. We'll be there soon. So see how I'm kind of shifting the books? Is that hair that's caught in my foam tape? Of course it is. Hold on. We don't want hair in our card. There we go. I just like them like they're scattered a little bit. All right, let's do our lime green. And for this one, I decided to kind of pull in a little bit of a blue color as well. And I'm glad I did. I like it. I should mention this is all textured cardstock from Lawn Fawn. I absolutely love this cardstock so much. So the little bit of texture adds a lot to the finished books, I think. I don't always use textured cardstock, but I just was kind of perusing my cardstock collection trying to decide what I wanted to use, and I was like, oh yes, this is, and the colors are so pretty. All right, so there's our final book. I'm going to let that sit for just a second. Barbara says, what does the small books package look like? Hold on. I have it here. It's in a stack. So I will show you some of the others. This is what you get with the small books. So there's open books and then closed books. And here we go. Maybe that's easier. So here's the book set. And then the other things I used for the other cards are the shelves. And then these are the shelf add-ons. So hopefully that shows you kind of what all. There's lots of different die sets. Give you an idea what all there is. For my mug, which is Lawn Fawn, I'm going to flip it over, and on the back I'm just going to run a little bead of glue, and I'm going to put some of the chocolate bar cardstock, kind of make it look like tea or coffee or whatever you want it to be. I was imagining tea, but I just wanted something that had a good contrast. And then I did die cut the mug and the saucer and the handle from, it's not a huge difference, but I liked that it was a little bit darker. You could go all the way and do something completely contrasting. There we go. And I kind of like gluing it together before we add our foam adhesive. Monique says, love them all. Yes. You're welcome, Barbara. Yes, this mug fits perfectly on the books. it was really a nice little small size. Well, not super small, obviously, because in the shelf add-ons, it has some little mugs here. I put a couple of them right here. So obviously those are too little for these big ones. So I had to look in my stash for something that was going to work with the size and scale of these. And okay, so I use like the little teacup, but there's also a latte die from Fawn that I thought would be really cute, and I think that's been out even longer, maybe last year, maybe the year before, I can't remember. But you might have that one in your stash, and that would be really cute too, because it has like the little foam on the top. Wouldn't that be cute? You could do like a whole fall themed book set, like little pumpkin spice or something. Shimon says, visually staggered looks great, but as a librarian, it would drive me nuts. Okay, same. Visually on a card and for decor is way different than on a bookshelf. I would not like that either. And then we're going to put some foam adhesive on the back of our coffee mug. Now I don't want to go all the way to the bottom with my foam because I want it to slightly overlap that top book. Liza said, had to take a minute to add to cart. That's awesome. Kelly's here. Hello. Thank you, Kelly. I was talking about you. I reminded everyone to like and subscribe. I said that usually you remind everyone for me, and I need to remember to do it myself for when you're, you know, working. And then we're going to finish here with our little cup on top. So it's cute, but we need to decorate it up, right? So I have my little tea bag. Let's start with that. And I did die cut it from all the colors of cardstock, I feel like. Let's grab those pieces first. So got a little pink here and white and red. Whoops. Kelly was just about to do that. I won't stop you. You can for sure do it. That's funny. Oh my gosh, Jennifer says, thinking about the Halloween idea with a cauldron on top. Wonder if anyone has a cauldron die. Hero Arts. If you remind me, as soon as I'm done doing this, I'll grab my Hero Arts bin. Hero Arts has a cute little cauldron. Wonder what set that's in. I feel like it might be in their lifestyle dies. You know, the pattern, the doll dies. But I think that cauldron would fit. And I'll tell you what, I'll grab it and we'll look and see. Because that would be darling. You guys are making me want to do all the Halloween stacks of books now. I have something else I need to do this afternoon. But now that's all I can think about is what other books can I make with this set? The sugar cubes are so adorable. I know. I almost was like, no, do I need sugar cubes? And I was like, yes, I do need sugar cubes. They're too cute to not use. So there also is this little string die. I mean, Fawn, all these companies are so good. They think of everything. And I'm just going to put a little glue back here. Hold on, I'm going to put it close to my face because I can't see. And I am going to kind of tuck this underneath because I want it trailing down like it's kind of just been discarded, you know, on the saucer. Like so. And that glue will dry clear, so we'll be good. And then Messy Missy Crate says ready to do Halloween. Oh, Julie, I'm so glad you get to catch me live. Oh, thank you. That is so nice. Oh, Monique, did I miss your question? It probably went by. Ask me again. Marie Frankie 1 says there's a cauldron in Tim's dies. See, this group is so good. Everyone will be able to tell you. And then my spoon I die cut from silver metallic cardstock. And I want to tuck like one of my sugar cubes kind of back behind my spoon, like so. And we're going to do one in front. I felt like we definitely needed 2 on our saucer. And that is the die cuts. Now it's just embellishment time, which is my favorite, as always. Yes, Kelly, do all the YouTube-y things. You and I both know what that is. Laura says for Halloween, you could put spells on the spines of the books. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Spider webs with Halloween books would be a fantastic touch. We have to do all the Halloween cards. I'm not kidding. I have something else I really have to do today, but that's what I want to do now. You guys have got me convinced that that's what I should do. Yes, the color forms. Yes, Jane, I totally remember those. Maureen remembers those. Connie, you maybe could do the sugar cubes, but there are sets that have marshmallows, just in case you didn't know. Like there's a hot cocoa mug and stuff that has marshmallows. So if you have it, you might check. I could probably look for that when we're done too. Now, if you have heart dies, you could definitely use a heart die here. But I thought with the simplicity of these cards, let's dress them up with some fun little clay shapes and pearls. So I have clay shapes from Trinity Stamps. We're going to use, these are the Crafty Love. So that's kind of a heart mix. And I'm going to use a couple different things from here. And I spilled these in my edited video today. I was so mad. I made such a mess. What is it with me and spilling things lately? These little XOXO are so cute. So I'm going to use some of those. And then this is Goodnight Moon. And it's Moon and Stars, which is the one that made me think of the Halloween. Okay, Monique. Monique says, is this one big set or do you need to buy the dies loosely? So the set I'm using here, this all comes just like this. This is the set of books. So you get it here. I'll turn it this way. You get this all together, just like this. Now the smaller ones I showed from the other cards, those come in other sets. And then my teacup and the little tea bag, this is all Lawn Fawn, and I showed those sets at the beginning. Those are 2 different sets that I pulled from. But you might have something similar in your stash. That's why I'm saying check and see if you have like the latte cup, which I could try to find that one too when we're done. It might be fun to look. You know, Halloween cards are super fun to make, but I normally don't send a ton of them. I'm going to this year because I have so many. But I love making them. I think it's just the creating part. So let's start with our mug and put our big heart here. I am going to use my embellishment wand. I love that there's these bigger hearts because I think it fits a lot better, makes a little bit bigger impact than the smaller size would. And then we're going to do a little star from the Moon and Star set. There's also in other star clay embellishments. Lots of companies have them, so you might have something that'll work. I'm going to do a little star on that one. Let's go ahead and put this stuff back. While I have my moon out, Lucia says, do the book dies come with a stamp set? No. They do not. The stencil you can use to embellish them if you don't want to do like the cardstock layering is a separate purchase. The sentiment is a separate purchase. Oh good, Tiffany finally got to catch a live. Yes, Danielle says these sugar cubes would be cute with white glitter paper. Absolutely. I think that would be really fun. And then from that same heart set, let's see if I can find it easily. I want the kind of, I call it the little chubbier heart instead of the longer heart. That's what I want for decorating. Right up here on the little book band. And then the diamonds are super cute, but I'm really loving adding little pearls. So I've got some little pearls in my triangle tray here, and we're going to go ahead. Let me see if I can find some more little ones. Whoops. I just think they dress it up fun. Dressing these up is one of my favorite things. I loved paper dolls as a little girl. Does that surprise anybody? Monique says she wants to know if anyone knows where to buy waffle flour in Holland. So if anybody has an answer to that, let us know in the chat. Okay, I'm going to do a little XO on the spine of this book. You could do XOXO if you wanted to. I know it's kind of probably Valentine's Day-ish, but I thought it was fun. Like, I don't know. I've had these forever and hardly ever used them, and then I've used them a whole bunch in several projects here lately. And we're going to do a couple more of the little gold pearls on this book. Who else is with me with embellishing is so much fun. Kind of after you have the guts of it all put together. It is, Simon says, stamped flannel. I put the wrong color in the description, so I'm so super sorry. I will fix that when we're done, but it is flannel, the color I used for the background. Joyous in Christ says, I still love paper dolls. They are just called spellbinders now. That is true. So true. And then I did decide to put like 3 red hearts. I don't know that I had 3 in that. Let me look. I have so many red hearts because they're my favorite. Hopefully that's 3 good ones. Oh my gosh, I just spilled those. I shouldn't have even said that. I probably jinxed myself. Shouldn't have talked about spilling the other day because I literally just jinxed myself. And spilled gold pearls everywhere. This isn't quite as bad as before. All right. We'll clean that up later. Let's put these away. And there is my books. I just felt like that spine of the book needed something else. Embellishments are fun, Patsy says. Oh my gosh. Barbara says making these books go with some Harry Potter items would be fun. That would be cute. I like that. Oh, thank you, Diana. Yeah, lots of different specialty cardstock would look fun. I don't know if you guys can tell, I use textured cardstock. There we go. See how it's got that slight texture to it? This is the Lawn Fawn textured cardstock, and it looks so good in real life. It just has a little bit more to it. I knew this was going to be kind of a simple design, so it has more to it than like a regular colored cardstock. And then we're just going to pop this onto our card base. Natasha, yes, I am going to do a tour of my craft room eventually. It's overwhelming to me to think about videoing, and it's always got a mess. I just need to clean it up and do it. But yes, I am going to. Tracy says she spilled seed beads all over her desk. Yes, it's so frustrating. I'm going to pick these up before I knock them all on the floor. Oh, I missed one. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find that Hero Arts cauldron. I swear I just saw it. I was looking for something earlier this week, and I feel like I saw that Halloween set. Because I'm curious now. I do have one of those little vacuums. It's just in the other room. Oh, Neva, my bathtub's all cleaned out. And the mess has not returned. I actually cleaned all of that up. Yeah, if you guys have been here a while, you know I hid some of my mess. Okay, it's not this set. All right, let me look in the other spot. I know which set it's in now. Let's just get our bin out and look for that. Because I really want to see what that cauldron would look like. You're going to get my super speedy version of, oh, of course, is it going to be at the very back of this bin? Here it is. Yes, Cassie, same. Okay, look at this cute little cauldron. So imagine putting like the little cauldron. There's this little jack-o'-lantern. There's a little kitty. I think the kitty would fit cute. Look at this. How cute would the cat, that little cat be from Hero Arts, paired with the books? I love the little spider web. I think that would be cute. There's this little bat too. So these are Halloween icon dies from Hero Arts. These are a year or two old. These are not brand new. I think they're still available. I love them. But look, we were talking about the cauldron, and I was so curious to see. I think the cauldron would be really cute. You could do the cauldron with the little books too. I love mixing and matching. Oh, embellishments are like turning 9 to 5 to ball gown, Elsie Callahan says. I love that. Oh, yes, I have, Tracy and Cassie, I've scared the boys on more than one occasion when I've done something. The other day, I kept dropping things. Like, you know how some days I call it having the dropsies. And I got mad finally. Oh, good. Janelle says they're still on the website. Thank you for checking. And I know that Lawn Fawn has, I'm going to look for it, actually. Briefly. If I can't find it in just a couple minutes, we're not going to. But I wanted to look. I was thinking of it as I was creating. I'd already pulled what I wanted to use. But there is a latte cup. I suppose it's going to be, I have way too many Lawn Fawn products, so this one might not be as easy to find, but I think the latte cup would be really, really cute. Okay, if anyone has any questions as well, please drop them in the chat. Oh, well, and here's, well, that's a cherry. I was going to say there's an apple die that I think would be, oh, here, this one's going to be a little bit bigger, but I think it would still work. This is Lovely Latte. That's the one I was thinking of. All right. Tracy goes, my magnetic retractable wand has been getting a lot of use lately because I keep dropping my needle. We did talk about that a long time ago, didn't we? About that magnetic wand, which would be so handy. All right. Have I missed any questions? Let me kind of go back and look. Does anyone have anything to ask me? Shaman goes, oh, that's perfect. Good thing I didn't send my order in yet. You guys have all the good ideas. I cannot wait to see what you all create. Oh yeah, in the Perfectly Wicked stamp set from Lawn Fawn, they have a cute cauldron. That would be fun. Bonnie said that. Jules, I have a video up this morning that uses, so this card, let me flip back around. This morning I had a video go up about an hour before the live. It's an edited video, and I created these cards using lots of different products from the Waffle Flower. So there's additional book themed products in that video, so you can check that out there. But you guys almost have me convinced that I need to do some Halloween books too. Neva, I don't think this is bundled, but you can check the Waffle Flower website to make sure. Thank you, Cynthia. That's so nice of you. Oh, the embellishment boxes, Leanne. So actually, Trinity Stamps, I'm going to flip it around. Trinity Stamps, theirs come in these, but I use these trays. I'll show it to you. So anything that doesn't, like my Pretty Pink Posh pearls, I keep them all in this tray like this, and I can link this when the video is over. I get it from Amazon. I absolutely love it. I have, let me zoom out just a tiny bit because so you can see it. So here is, and I have 4 of these trays full. Probably need a 5th, but I love these. It keeps everything nice and organized like this. And then it does have a lid, so you're not losing everything. And I will link this when we're done. But this is how I keep all of my little embellishments. Thank you, Cynthia Hess, for the super chat. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. You guys are always so nice to me. Thank you guys so much. All right. Monique says we're all going to make Halloween cards this weekend. Yes, we are. I love that. Yeah, Tracy says, and you can get different sizes of those embellishment little containers as well if you want to. It is pure happiness, Cassie, and you might have noticed it's in rainbow order mostly. I mean, and then the themed ones are kind of all at the end. I like mine in rainbow order, and I do have them separated. Like that was a lot of Pretty Pink Posh. Then I also have like some honeybee stamps, Hero Arts. What's the other one? Can't remember. But I probably need to go through it and reorganize a little bit because I've gotten some new things. Yes, you guys have to just remind me about the craft room. You keep on me because I am going to get it filmed eventually. I promise. I've kept meaning to, and I just have not done it. Thank you so much. Karen goes, my embellishment tray is only 2 rows. Just know that this is years of collecting. I transferred to this system, I want to say like 4 to 5 years ago, and I had to kind of keep adding trays. I think I started with 2 and they weren't full, and then just kind of as I've kept collecting things, it's grown. It is fabric behind me. I do have it all. In fact, that's just a tiny bit. It actually goes around over here. And it's by color as well because it's super inspiring. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Oh, thank you so much, Natasha. I appreciate you guys. I just want to thank everybody for spending a little bit of your Friday mornings with me. I appreciate it so much. I look forward to doing these lives. I look forward to our chats. And it's just, you guys are such a wonderful community. So thank you guys for taking a little bit of time to craft with me each week. I appreciate it. And that goes for whether you're here live or if you join me in the replay crafty crew. I love all of you guys. Monique, it is called a hoarder. Oh, thank you, Joyce and Christ. That's so nice. All right. Neva, it really just depends on how much I have on there. Usually it's maybe a yard or two on the big ones, but otherwise it's like a half yard of fabric. Tracy has 4 of those trays now. That's hilarious. Yes. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys so much. If I missed your question, please leave it in the comments down below, and I will definitely be checking those throughout the weekend and things like that. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys all next week. Super excited about next week's live. I hope you have a great weekend. You get some crafty time in, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.